The Silverton Ball, a glittering tapestry of privilege unfurling across the highest floors of the Grand Zenith Tower in Sterling Heights, was in full swing. Crystal chandeliers dripped light onto polished marble, reflecting a sea of bespoke suits and shimmering gowns. But for Maya Jensen, a 28-year-old delivery driver for City Bite, it was merely the backdrop to another frantic dash. She maneuvered through the perfumed air, a warm delivery bag slung over her shoulder, her eyes fixed on the order details on her popular Horizon phone. Just as she located her designated table, a sneering voice cut through the soft jazz. "Look at her, thinking she belongs here with that delivery bag," spat Leo Maxwell, the notoriously arrogant grandson of the tech mogul hosting the opulent event. As if on cue, his hand, laden with a heavy glass of crimson liquid, made a dramatic, exaggerated swipe. A cold, viscous wave of red wine erupted, splashing over Maya, dousing her cap, staining her face, and blooming across her pristine white City Bite uniform. A chorus of cruel laughter erupted from Leo's entourage, quickly joined by scattered, amused chuckles from other guests. The humiliation burned, a hot, bitter ache in her throat, yet Maya's outward composure remained remarkably intact. But the night was far from over. Unbeknownst to the laughing crowd, a quiet, powerful figure had witnessed the entire spectacle, and his unexpected intervention was about to unleash a chain of events that would leave everyone, including Maya, dazed, wowed, and forever changed. Maya's life was a meticulously choreographed dance of early mornings and late nights. Her compact hatchback, a reliable, older model from a well-known Japanese brand, was her office, navigating the city's labyrinthine streets. Each City Bite delivery wasn't just a transaction, it was a brick laid in the foundation of her family's survival. Her younger sister, Nia, a brilliant 17-year-old with dreams of studying civil engineering, needed every penny for college tuition and textbooks. More acutely, her beloved grandmother, Elena, relied on her for the constant supply of expensive insulin and regular doctor visits. The weight of these responsibilities rested heavily on Maya's slim shoulders, but it was a weight she carried with quiet determination. She saw the city's contrasts daily, the stark difference between the gleaming high-rises and the bustling, often gritty, neighborhoods she called home. She knew what it felt like to be invisible, to be a service provider in a world that often overlooked the hands that served them. The Grand Zenith Tower, a beacon of unreachable wealth, symbolized that very divide. Its facade, a shimmering wall of glass, reflected the sky like a giant, indifferent eye. Inside, the air thrummed with a different kind of energy, one of effortless privilege, a world Maya only glimpsed from the periphery. Maya found Leo Maxwell by the panoramic windows, his sharp suit almost blending with the night skyline. He was surrounded by a gaggle of equally entitled friends, their laughter echoing a little too loudly in the elegant ballroom. She took a deep breath, approaching his table, her City Bite tablet held out professionally. "Good evening, Mr. Maxwell," she began, her voice calm and level. "I'm here with the City Bite delivery. Just need your signature and the remaining payment." Leo, cradling a glass of what looked like a rare vintage red, barely glanced at her. His eyes, cold and dismissive, finally flickered to her uniform. "Delivery girl, huh?" he drawled, his lips curling into a condescending smirk. "Didn't realize City Bite was sending this to our little soiree. Rather underdressed, wouldn't you say?" His friends snickered. Maya felt her cheeks warm, but she held her ground. "The total is $325, sir." As Leo reached for his wallet, his movements were deliberately slow, almost theatrical. He paused, then his eyes, sharp with malice, locked onto hers, and then he stumbled, or rather, he performed a clumsy, exaggerated lurch. The glass in his hand tipped with alarming precision, the rich red wine arcing through the air like a bloody arc before splashing squarely onto Maya. It soaked her hair, ran down her forehead, stinging her eyes, and spread rapidly across the white fabric of her uniform, making it appear as though she were bleeding. The laughter, suppressed moments before, erupted in a cacophony of cruel delight. "Whoops!" Leo exclaimed, dripping with feigned surprise. "My apologies. Guess I didn't see you there. Quite a mess, eh?" He dabbed his mouth with a crisp napkin, barely concealing a triumphant grin. Maya blinked back tears, her vision momentarily blurred by the wine. She could feel the stares, the judgment, the raw, unfiltered amusement. But beneath the humiliation, a spark ignited, the same defiant spark that got her through every difficult day. She lifted her chin, her voice still steady, unwavering. "Accidents happen, Mr. Maxwell," she reiterated, her eyes meeting his. "I still need the payment." Just then, from a dimly lit private balcony overlooking the ballroom, a figure emerged. Elias Vance. The reclusive tech billionaire, known more for his quiet philanthropy than his public appearances, moved with an effortless grace that belied his immense power. A hush rippled through the crowd, an instinctive recognition of his presence. His gaze, sharp and analytical, swept across the scene, settling first on the wine-drenched Maya, then hardening as it landed on Leo Maxwell. "Leo?" Elias's voice, low but carrying an undeniable authority, cut through the remaining murmurs. "Care to explain why you're turning my company's ball into a spectacle of cruelty?" Leo stammered, his usual swagger evaporating. It was just a bit of fun, Elias. No harm done." Elias raised a hand, a silent command for silence. "Fun?" he echoed, his eyes narrowing. "You think humiliating a hard-working woman, making her the butt of a public jest, is fun?" He turned his piercing gaze to the silent onlookers. Did anyone else find this amusing? Or perhaps, were you simply too uncomfortable to speak up? The silence that followed was heavy, guilt-ridden. Turning back to a visibly shrinking Leo, Elias's expression hardened. "Pay her now, double the amount. $650 for the trouble you've caused and the disrespect you've shown." Leo fumbled with his phone, his face a mottled red, his fingers trembling as he completed the transaction. Maya's phone pinged with the completed payment. Elias then gestured to a discreet security detail. "Escort Mr. Maxwell out. His behavior doesn't represent the values of the Grand Zenith. He will be barred from all future events." As Leo was unceremoniously ushered away, Elias Vance stepped fully into the light, his presence commanding yet surprisingly gentle. He approached Maya, a concerned frown on his distinguished face. "Are you all right, Miss Jensen?" he asked, his voice unexpectedly kind. "You handled that with remarkable grace." Maya, still slightly dazed, nodded. "Yes, Mr. Vance. Thank you." Elias nodded slowly, his gaze thoughtful. "I admire your composure, your resilience. It's a rare quality in a world that often values bluster over character." He then produced a sleek, minimalist business card, its details elegantly embossed. "I run Vance Innovations Community Outreach Initiative. I'd like you to come by my office tomorrow, say, at 9 a.m. There's a role I think you'd be perfect for. One that values integrity and heart above all else." Just as Maya reached for the card, a figure emerged from the periphery, her gentle eyes fixed on Elias. It was the older woman Maya had seen earlier, the one with the familiar gaze. "Elias, dear," she said, her voice soft but clear. "It seems you finally found me." Elias turned, his eyes widening in disbelief. "Grandma Clara?" he breathed, his voice thick with emotion. He quickly enveloped her in a heartfelt embrace. "But, what are you doing here? We've been searching for you for decades." Clara Vance, a woman Elias knew only through faded photographs and family lore of a quiet disappearance years ago, smiled serenely. "I decided to live a simpler life, my dear. One less burdened by the expectations of wealth." She then turned to a stunned Maya, her eyes twinkling. "And Maya here," she said, taking Maya's hand gently, "has been my wonderful City Bite delivery driver for months. She brings me my groceries every Tuesday." "She's a good girl, Elias." Maya's jaw dropped. The pieces of a bizarre puzzle clicked into place. The familiar face, the subtle nod, the inexplicable connection, it all made sense. She was standing before the billionaire's long-lost grandmother, her regular customer, who had secretly recognized her grandson and subtly prompted his intervention. Overwhelmed, Maya could only stammer, "Mr. Vance, I'm just a delivery driver." "I don't know." Clara, sensing her hesitation, gave Maya's hand a reassuring squeeze. "Go to that meeting, Mia," she whispered, using the affectionate nickname she had for Maya. "You've got nothing to lose, and everything to gain. I know you're capable of so much more than you realize." Later that night, Maya talked it over with Elena and Nia. Elena, her eyes filled with hope, urged her to seize the chance. "This is a blessing, child," she said, her voice raspy. "Don't let fear hold you back." Naya, ever practical, added, "Maya, this could change everything for us." Bolstered by their support and Clara's quiet confidence, Maya accepted the meeting, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and exhilarating hope. Months later, the top floors of the Grand Zenith Tower, once a symbol of opulence and exclusion, hummed with a different, more vibrant energy. It was now the Catalyst, Vance Innovation's groundbreaking community hub. The polished marble floors, once reflecting chandeliers, now saw the joyful footsteps of children and the determined strides of aspiring entrepreneurs. Maya, no longer in a City Bite uniform but in a professional business attire, moved through the bustling space with a natural authority. As a lead program coordinator, she had poured her heart into developing innovative mentorship programs, organizing practical coding workshops, and establishing free educational resources for underprivileged youth. Her initiatives were already transforming lives, fostering a sense of belonging and opportunity where there had been none. Naya was now thriving at a prestigious university, her tuition fully covered by a new Catalyst scholarship, and grandmother Elena's health was steadily improving, her medical needs completely eased by Maya's newfound stability. During the Catalyst's grand opening, Maya stood on stage, her voice strong and clear, addressing a diverse audience of community members, philanthropists, and media. "This place," she declared, gesturing around the vibrant hub, "used to be about who could afford to be here. Now, it's about who belongs, and that's everyone. It's about empowering every individual, regardless of their background, to reach their full potential." As she spoke, her gaze swept across the room, and then she saw him. Near the back, amidst the newly trained job seekers and hopeful students, Leo Maxwell was present. Dressed in a humble, branded polo shirt, he was working as a junior event assistant, diligently setting up a refreshment station. The arrogant smirk was gone, replaced by an expression of focused humility. After her impactful speech, as Maya stepped down from the stage, Leo approached her. He hesitated, his face etched with genuine remorse. "Maya," he began, his voice surprisingly soft, almost deferential. I am truly sorry for that night. For everything." He looked around the bustling room, his gaze settling on the smiling faces of the youth. "Elias, Mr. Vance. He froze my trust fund until I proved I could contribute meaningfully to society. He assigned me here, to the Catalyst, to learn from the ground up." He gestured towards the vibrant hub. "Seeing this, seeing what you've done, it's been a profound lesson in humility. You've built something incredible, Maya." "You truly have." Maya looked at him, a faint, understanding smile touching her lips. "Everyone deserves a second chance, Leo," she replied, a testament to her own journey of forgiveness. Elias Vance then took the stage for the final address, his eyes gleaming with pride. "Tonight," he announced, "we celebrate not just a building, but a vision brought to life by the unwavering spirit of someone who has turned adversity into extraordinary opportunity, Maya Jensen, whose leadership, empathy, and remarkable resilience have given the Catalyst its very soul." The applause that followed was thunderous, echoing through the revitalized space, a testament to unity and shared purpose. Maya, standing among her new colleagues and the community she served, felt a quiet pride swell in her chest. The sting of the spilled wine had faded, replaced by the profound joy of seeing lives transformed, including, perhaps, Leo's own. Maya stood on the terrace of the Catalyst, the city lights sprawling beneath her like a boundless sea of stars, reflecting a future now filled with possibility. The memory of the wine-soaked uniform, the public humiliation, and Leo's cruel laughter felt like a lifetime ago. That night, seemingly a nadir, had ironically been the catalyst for everything that followed. It had revealed hidden connections, tested her spirit, and ultimately led her to a purpose far grander than she could have ever imagined. Her grandmother, Elena, now often visited the Catalyst, her eyes shining with pride as she watched Maya at work. And Clara Vance, Elias's grandmother, a regular attendee and now a beloved friend, would often share quiet, knowing smiles with Maya Two women whose paths had unexpectedly intertwined in the most extraordinary way. Maya's journey was a powerful reminder that resilience, empathy, and the courage to rise above adversity could transform not just one life, but an entire community. It was a story where an act of cruelty unexpectedly led to a twist of fate, revealing profound hidden connections and a path to redemption for both the victim and, surprisingly, even the aggressor. It was a story that truly left you dazed, wowed, and thinking about the unexpected ways life unfolds. What unexpected twists have shaped your journey? Share your own moments of unexpected kindness or resilience in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. And don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring tales that connect us all.